Hey there internets, I'm Michael and this is Toucan Play That Game, bringing you a video on how to play Star Realms by White Wizard Games. So let's start with, what is Star Realms? Well, Star Realms is a deck building game a la Dominion and things like that. What that means is that you start the game with a deck of basic cards, and throughout the game you'll be able to buy new cards to add to your deck and improve it. The theme of Star Realms is that there are these factions vying for control of the galaxy, and you're able to control ships of them by buying various new ships from a central reserve each round. You then use these ships in order to attack your opponent. Each player has a certain number of life points, and once those are gone, that person is out of the game and whoever's left is the winner. So let's take it to the table and I'll show you how that all works. First thing you're going to want to do is set up the game. And to start doing that, you're going to want to give each player 8 of these scalp cards, and there'll be 16 of them in the deck, so they'll all be used up. You'll also want to give each player 2 of these Viper cards. And again, there's only the 4, so once you've given each player 1, that's all of them. They'll then take these cards, gather them all up, and shuffle them up to be their draw pile. You'll also give each player 50 points worth of these authority cards. So here I've done it as giving 2 20s, a 5 and 5 1s. Then you'll want to set out the central buying area. So you can start by putting out these explorers. Then take the deck of all of the non-explorer cards that are not your starting cards or authority cards. Shuffle these up, and then you're going to want to deal 5 into the centre of the table, which is your available cards to buy. That is then the game all set up. Before we start playing, let's talk about the anatomy of these cards here. So along the top you will have the name of the card, then you have the cost to buy that card in gold. Now, the way you'll get that gold is in the bottom here, it tells you what that card does. If it has a gold circle with a number in, then when you play that card, it'll give you that amount of gold to buy other cards. The other common symbol you get is this red attack mark here with a number in, and that means that it gives you that many attack points. It's important to note here that when you have this trash can symbol here next to the line, that means you only gain that by trashing that card, which means it's removed from the game. Some other examples to look at is we have here 2 of the green faction cards. Now you can see that we've got attack here and the buying. We also have the faction symbol against one of the lines. What that means is that it's a faction synergy ability. You will only gain that ability if you've already played a card that has that on it. So if it was my turn and I played that, I would simply gain 3 coins for buying because I haven't got another green card in play to give me the 2 attack. However, if I then play this card, that means I get the free attack for this card, but I now also get the 2 attack for this, and I'm able to draw a card from my deck because this also has a synergy power. Other types of cards that you're likely to encounter are bases, and bases will sit sideways when you play them, and these stay in play, whereas other cards at the end of turn get cleared up. A base will stay in front of you, and it offers you protection as well as the abilities on the card. So here you can see the amount of damage it takes to destroy this base. Until a player directly attacks the base with that amount of damage, it will stay there. If they do only part of that damage, then it doesn't carry over to a future turn. They have to do it all in one hit. So here it would take 4 damage in order to destroy this barter world. Similar to bases are outposts, and The difference here is it will state outpost and the shield is black rather than silver. What this means is that a player must attack the outpost before they're able to attack your authority directly. Therefore, they cannot do you any damage until they've managed to destroy the outpost. So to start the game, randomly determine who your first player is. They'll draw 3 cards from their deck. The second player will get to draw 5 cards. The player will then play their cards down on the table in whatever order they want to do, and they can then gain the benefits that are listed on that card. So for these scouts, they gain 1 coin or 1 buying power each. It's important to note, unlike with some deck builders, you can buy as many cards as you want. So in this case, this player has free buy, so they could buy this Imperial Fighter and this trade bot, or one of these ones that costs free. Also, when they buy a card, so let's say they use one of their buys to buy this, it will go straight to their discard pile, and a new card immediately gets drawn. And they're going to buy the one that's just gotten drawn. They've now used up all 3 of their buy, so they clean up their play area to their discard pile. At which point, they draw 5 more cards. If their deck ever runs out and they need to draw cards, they'll simply shuffle their discards to be able to draw more cards. When a player's finished his turn, it then proceeds to the other player's turn. So the 5 cards they've drawn are 3 scouts and 2 vipers. So they choose to play all of these cards, giving them 2 attack, which they do to their opponent, causing their opponent to lose 2 of their authority, which will go away. You'll do this until one player is completely out of authority. They are then knocked out of the player and the remaining player wins. So that is how you play Star Realms. I do hope that you've enjoyed this video. Of course, if you have enjoyed the video, please do check out the rest of the videos on the channel, subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends and family. Also, you can find us on social media. We're on Twitter or Facebook. And as always, thanks for watching and bye for now.